Hi Leo, hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome back. My name is Jackie. For those of you who are new here, I do weekly messages for all of the astrological archetypes. I combine tarot with astrology, numerology, and psychology. I always recommend you check your rising sign, then your sun sign, then your moon sign and Venus sign in that order. I recommend for the rising sign because the rising sign has to do with like your attitude, your identity, your approach to life, your first impressions. It rules your body, your appearance, beginnings, your sense of self. So very important, your rising sign. Sun sign is your ego consciousness, moon sign is your emotions, and Venus has to do with how you deal with money, relationship, and your sense of self as well. All right, so let's get right into this. We're going to start with, this is going to be a little bit of a different read. It's just going to be a deep love read. We're not going to be talking about money, career, anything like that. I have videos up through the beginning of the month for those messages. I'm going to be doing in a few days, the beginning of August. So this is sort of like an in-between bonus read, deep love. So I'm going to separate singles, couples, and complicated. And I'm going to timestamp below so you don't have to hang out for all of them. Because I know that could be very annoying, a lot of time. Because these do run pretty long. We're going to start out with our single friends. So this is going to be for the whole month of August. We have a lot going on. A lot, not really. I mean, it's all good stuff. It really is. After we get through like the first few days of the month, it's just going to be getting better and better and better. So we have the new moon in Leo on the 8th, and that is happening in obviously your first house. So happy birthday to those of you who are celebrating your birthdays. And then we have on the 11th, Mercury is going to be entering Virgo. It's going to be moving from the Leo, from your house, from the Leo energy, it's going to be moving into Virgo. So that's obviously, it's going to be going into your second house. And then in your third house, come the middle of the month, Venus is going to be actually leaving Virgo, which right now is in your second house, going to be going into your third house, is going to be going into Libra. So the first half of the month, Virgo's in, Venus is in Virgo, and then the second half of the month, Virgo is in Libra. So what do we have when we combine those two together? Virgo is about problem solving, and Libra is all about balancing and trying to put into practice what's been discussed. But there's always this chance, and you want to be careful, particularly because you have this Venus and Libra energy in your third house of communication. You're going to have a very strong desire for a relationship, right? That strong relationship energy is going to be there because Libra is ruled by Venus. It's a relationship energy. But it could simultaneously show a kind of a cool detachment. And we can all be over idealistic about how things should be prompting, should be, right, in a relationship, prompting us to easily look the other way, having to do with like red flags, particularly if you're single and you're going to be meeting somebody new. Definitely something to watch out for, right? You don't want to end up like glossing over something that's could potentially lead to being a deeper issue, that might need to be discussed at the beginning because you don't want to deal with the confrontation, or you're just really not sure. Because the thing with the Libra energy, it struggles with analysis paralysis, right? The Libra energy. It's fair, it's beautiful, it's loving, it's all of that, but there is this real hesitation for anything confrontational. So you want to be sure that you want to be careful to not agree to things that you're going to end up silently resenting, right? Because it's got to be about balance, fairness, and love, then equaling growth, right? Whether you're single, whether you're at the beginning stages of something, even if you're just dating around, it does seem like that is going to be something that really needs to be very focused on for you. What matters to you is changing right now, Leo, for sure. I mean, your seventh house, to have Mercury in Virgo. Mercury in Virgo in Tarot is the 10 of Swords energy, which is an ending of a challenging time period. So you're very ready with bells and whistles on to sort of move forward. So let's see what we have moving on with this page-turning energy. Now, this has to do with those of you who are single, but we're starting out with the 9 of Wands. At the other end, we have the 8 of Swords, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 10 of Swords. So there's definitely an energy that you're working on either getting rid of, something that you're looking to address from your past. I don't feel like there is nothing on your energy that maybe doesn't need a little cleaning. It needs a little cleaning because we have the 9 of Wands. So what this is telling me is, you've been through a lot with somebody or something, right? And when I say something, I mean, let's say you haven't been with anybody for a really long time, but you're not giving up. As the 9 of Wands is, I'm not giving up. I'm tired, but I have the perseverance to see this through. And you might even be in a space of defending yourself But you want to make sure you don't stay there. You don't want to stay in a negative mindset, because if you can maintain your balance, maintain any level of perseverance having to do with the situation, you're not going to really lose yourself in it, right? You're not going to get into the 10 of Wands energy, right? You want to be careful. 9 of Wands, if you don't maintain a balanced and careful approach to something, that 10 of Wands energy is next. It's very, very tricky, but we have clarifying that some pain. So you're dealing with some pain from some sort of situation. This is heartbreak, pain of a truth. It could be betrayal for some of you. Some of you may just be feeling really depressed just about relationship, something that happened in the past that you're still not over, right? But one thing about this energy is that the lights do come on. And whatever confusion you were feeling, the confusion is gone, although the decision may be uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? So it's like recognizing that relationship couldn't work, but you still have such strong feelings for them, but you know it couldn't work, right? So the confusion is gone, and you're in a position now where you're able to move on from the pain to start to do some real healing. But you're still very confused about it, because then we have the 4 of Pentacles energy, which is about security and self-protection, and really being very, very, very concerned about a strong foundation. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you wanted to be in a relationship with somebody, but there was a lot of pain in the reality of knowing that you weren't going to be able to have a very safe and secure relationship with this person, whether it was because they didn't bring equitable finances to the table, equitable communication skills, romance, whatever it is, and you being in the space, it's like, I really don't know what to do here, because I'm feeling this self-imposed limitation, feeling trapped, feeling very trapped in something. But this is in your own mind. You're feeling trapped in your own mind about a situation that you feel like there's no way in hell that it could actually work out, and that ends up inciting a kind of anxiety where you're recognizing for sure you don't belong in this situation anymore, but you're going to need a lot of strength and a lot of determination to pull yourself out of it, even if it means swallowing your pride and needing to heal from something. So I am feeling straight out of the gate, those of you who are single, if you're resonating with this, it's like you're still trying to pull yourself past and away from an energy that didn't work, but you're still very confused about it. With the 2 of Swords, this is emotional stalemate energy, where you need to decide once and for all. Even though 3 of Swords happened, the lights came on, you have all of the information, yes, but you're still in this emotional stalemate. You want to protect yourself, but the situation's not going away. It's like this energy is sort of just like layering on this. So you have to resolve it though, right? It's not going away, so you have to resolve it. Stand your ground, see what you think. A decision is needed here. But the tricky part is, guys, in astrology, this is Moon and Libra. You can't trust any of those, either of those two. Not because they're dishonest, but because they're movable, right? The Moon rules our emotions. The Moon changes every day and a half to 2.5 days. We know we can't trust our emotions, right? Because they could be all over the place, right? And then Libra, not that we can't trust Libra, but Libra has a really hard time making up their mind. So it's like the Moon and Libra energy, it's kind of like coming along and saying, Leo, how do you feel about this person or this situation? You're like, I really feel this way, but then there's this, and then there's this. So it's like, yeah, okay, but Leo, how do you feel about this? I'm confused. Like, that's your final answer is, I don't know. I don't know. You know, a lot of you might even feel like I can't even deal with this anymore. Like, just, sign me up and get me out of here kind of energy, right? But in that 2 of Swords energy, that emotional stalemate, what's very interesting here is there's a laundry list of things why you're saying this will never work. Laundry list. There's, maybe they don't communicate well enough. We don't have enough in common. They don't have enough money. They don't, but enough money just to be equitable or whatever it is, right? And it's this, they don't do this, this, and this, and they don't do that, that, and that. And you might be 100% accurate on all of those fronts, right? It's not like you're not, I'm not getting that you're making these things up, but what I think you might need to see as a simultaneous narrative, not instead of, but happening at the same time, is the fact that you need to heal some sort of issue inside of yourself that, in other words, if you're feeling a sense of lack, is that sense of lack poking at something in you that's not healed from something that a belief system, a truth that you've convinced yourself of, something like that from your early life, from your first family, from a past relationship? Is it something that you're feeling uncomfortable about because you don't want to go back to that space again? Do you know what I mean? Like a basic example of this is, let's say the person doesn't have a very strong job, okay? So maybe it's, even if they're making good money, it's questionable as far as the stability goes for long term. And maybe you struggled with finances growing up. You come from a space of lack, in your early childhood, and you have no desire to go back there whatsoever. So you really like this person, but they're not on the same page as you as far as being concerned about security. I'm just giving this as an example. And so is the person not working that much? Okay, but they might still be working, but it might bother somebody else less than you, and you need to look at why do those situations that come up with this person bother you so deeply. And it's not to discount what's going on with them, but it's also to pull your energy into it. And really, it's about a matter of because this is a matter of processing, my friend, because you guys are single now, right? Or you're not with this energy at right now anyway, and you're processing what's been going on. And the reality is, what you're living with this person, what you were living with this person, was completely not in alignment with what the reality that you wanted to be living. And it was that tension and that ongoing conflict that you just can't get in front of, and you can't win. And it's frustrating because it does seem like you guys had a really good connection when it comes to everything else. Oh my gosh, Pisces got this last week, and one of the other signs I got the same feeling this week, where it's almost like if you and this person could have been in a bubble, if you could have just lived your life in a bubble, like on an island, where money didn't matter, there were no external responsibilities, no work, kids, the idea of responsibilities, if none of that was a thing, you guys would just flourish fabulously, because you have a really good connection with each other, where you guys could laugh and be easy with each other and all of that. But yet the components were missing that are necessary for real life, where like you have to pay the bills, and kids are expensive if you're gonna have kids, and you want to travel maybe, or you want to have a home, or you want to just have life. You want to be able to go out to dinner a couple of times and not worry if you're going to be able to pay your electric bill, that kind of thing, Those things are so annoying, right? How they get in the way. But then we have the Queen of Cups, and what I like about this is you having a really honest discussion with yourself about what it is that you need to feel grounded, rooted, and safe and secure. So it's like, I'm not even getting it all, Leo. I want to tell you, I don't get it all like a materialistic vibe. I'm not, even though I know Leos can sort of get unfairly pinned in that way for being very materialistic, but I'm not even getting that. I'm getting it's like deal breaker energy. You would like to still be with somebody, but there was this element of lack. And I made it about money. It doesn't have to be about money. It could be communication. It could be things were great, except like they just couldn't regulate their personality and it scared you, or your family didn't like them and it became an issue because you started to see why, or they weren't romantic enough, or communication was an issue, whatever the case was. But we have the Ten of Swords, which is the energy of Mercury and Virgo, which starts on the 11th of August. So there's this ending, right, of this challenging time period, but you're moving forward. And what do we have clarifying that with the beautiful Ace of Wands? This is a really good energy for new beginnings. New beginnings, virility, growth, a new chapter of passion in your life. And you're going to be patient, which is good. It's hardworking, being patient, knowing that if I do things the right way, if I recognize what's healthy for me and not healthy for me, I'm going to be able to bring myself something. And you being like in this space and saying, I just have to be patient, but you're like, oh man, but I'm a fire sign. I'm Leo. I'm all about love and falling in love and romance, and I'm not dealing with this very well. This external stress, and my way out of this situation is just not clear. And the reason you're feeling that is because you still have this person on your energy a lot. Now, guys, this isn't going to resonate for everybody. I'm really sorry if this is not your message, but this is for those of you who are single right now, who still have somebody on your energy that you know is not the right person for you, but damn it, they can't get off. You can't get them off. You can't get them off your soul. It's just like stuck. Let's see what else we have. The Magician. All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, Mercury, man, it's all about Mercury. The Magician is straight up, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, so it's like having this communication to solve this problem. Queen of Wands is stepping into your power and getting in touch with your truth, and just facing the psychological motivation of somebody. You know, your psychological motivation of what it is that you want in a relationship that you need, and how somebody has not shown up in the past. Three of Wands. Very nice. I mean, this is Sun and Aries energy. This is you moving forward, trying something different, something new, meeting somebody new, somebody unconventional. Maybe they're from, there's something different about them, this new energy that you're going to be meeting, than anything any person that you've been with before. And that could be in the way of like, they're from a different culture, or you're meeting them in a very different way. Maybe you're not used to meeting people online and you meet people online, or you only meet people online, maybe you're meeting them in person, or maybe physically they're not like your normal type or your normal personality or something like that. Page of Wands. Ooh, but there's a nice connection. Could be a little immature. That's all right. Could be a good time though. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, listen, you're letting yourself get out there and meet. I love it, right? The Queen of Pentacles, love this energy. It's Sag and Capricorn energy. You're taking care of your body, your mind, your soul, your finances. You are looking for what works. And I feel like with this Page of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles together, you are going to meet somebody who's more reliable, who's more supportive, who's more affectionate and generous with their energy in a way that aligns with what you need in order to grow in something. What the next person needs is not your business, right? But this person is going to be a lot better for you. Just be careful though, because I do feel like there is a new energy that you're meeting, and they may be, again, going back to the Page of Wands, a little on the immature side. So just take it slow. Make sure this energy like walks their talk. That's the only thing. And don't be surprised if when you first meet this person, they might be really sexy, a lot of fun to talk to and all of that. But when you get to know them a little bit better, you might realize that they're not what you initially expected, but they're still going to appeal to you in theory. So give them a shot. Give them a shot. Give them a chance to sort of show you who they really are. Wow. Okay, that was a lot, because there was like layers to that one, right? Getting over something in the past so that you can move into the future. All right. So let's go to our Leo friends who are coupled. Star, Hermit, Ten of Swords, okay. Well, there's a lot of figurine stuff out here, huh? So in the recent past, there was this realization, like maybe things weren't so great, but this is a change for the better after a difficult time. And this is through having faith in something and feeling that you're just destined to be with somebody, right? I mean, this is just a very destiny-driven energy, right? It's Aquarius. Aquarius is all about okay, we need to do things differently than we've been doing them in order to move into the future, because Uranus rules Aquarius, so it's about doing something different, taking each other into consideration, doing something different. In numerology, this is connected to the strength energy, which is your card, right? And so if you guys were tested, there's balance that can be had, but the two of you are going to have to work at it together. And again, somebody might need a little bit of ego stroking there in order to open their mind. Somebody might have been feeling a little sort of like vulnerable and down on themselves there, right? So with the Hermit energy right now, it does seem like you guys are actively trying to work on the relationship. You know, you're recognizing that it's time to invest more energy, more work, more whatever is necessary to smooth over the issues that need addressing that you guys are going through right now. Remember, this is a Virgo energy, it's problem-solving energy, right? All about, Virgo's like one of the stars of the month, obviously, right? Because after you guys, after your birthday season, then we go into Virgo. So we have Venus Mercury in Virgo, and then we have Venus in Virgo for really like the first 2 weeks of the month, all the way through the 16th, and Venus goes into Libra. So there's a lot of problem-solving energy on tap here for sure. And then we have in the near future Ten of Swords. Don't be scared by this, because this is not always a bad thing, right? The Mercury and Virgo energy is the Ten of Swords, indicating that there's an ending of something where there was a history to it. And this is the thing, because it's still a minor arcana, it's like one sword at a time over time. Too painful to keep going. And so this energy, it needs releasing, right? And when you release that way of thinking, that way of doing something, it's liberating, even if it's painful. It's the end of a very challenging time period, so that you're able to move into a healthier energy with fresh eyes and a new mindset. Now, for a lot of you, it's just recognizing, listen, the way we've been doing things, because you're talking about this in the Hermit energy. Hermit is Virgo, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. You're talking about, there's a lot of conversation that's going on here. So only you know which side of the fence you're going to fall on here, but there's got to be a lot of very deep and very deliberate conversation about what hasn't been working and what's been causing the pain. And that's not easy, because that does require everybody putting their egos on a shelf and really listening with an open heart and a lot of empathy. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing, it's about understanding. Because if you can't do that, it's very, very difficult to move past anything. Now, we have in the advice energy, what needs to be looked at is the moon. Your emotions. You have to look at, where are you feeling vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable in this? Where are they feeling vulnerable? Where is the confusion and the disappointment? Who's feeling let down by who? And maybe you are by each other. But you have to focus in on the lack of trust that I feel like you both might be toying with, that the relationship is actually going to work out. And you have to kind of keep a barrier on that, because this is the thing, okay? This new moon in your energy, while it's about loyalty and love, there's such a strong desire to improve the romantic situation in your life, that desire in your fire energy, you want to be careful of prematurity or abrupt changes for the sake of rebellion, where it's like, you didn't show up, you didn't do this, I'm out of here, you let me down for the last time, I can't, you know what I mean? And it's like that reactive kind of stuff that really at the end of the day is built up from fear, up from ego. And look, whenever we exercise a healthy version of our ego, it's always about fear. It's all synonymous, right? Fear can be a bitch in relationships. It really can. And it's not so clear all the time. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is the energy that's external to you. It's an energy that you're dealing with. So somebody that you're dealing with. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. So some of you may be dealing with somebody who's very reliable, very supportive, very generous and affectionate, all of that. They may be all of that, but you're just in the space of questioning whether you even want this anymore. That's going to resonate for some of you. Others of you, somebody that you're dealing with really wants to get married. They really do. They want to connect with you. They want to grow with you. This is an energy of fertility. Maybe they want to have a baby with you. They want to get married. They're very attracted to you. Could be that. Others of you, the energy that's surrounding you is just this idea that you need to take care of your body, your mind, your soul, your finances, taking care of you. You also may be dealing with somebody who's just focusing on themselves, on their body, on their mind, on their soul, and their finances. And you could be dealing with, this is something that's letting you down. Where I feel like you're not sure if you guys are, at the end of the day, good enough friends to go the long haul. Where truly, like, you have each other's back in every way. And your block here is this emotional stalemate that you're feeling, where you want to protect yourself, but you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision once and for all. Moon and Libra energy again. Came up in the other reading. Not easy. This came up for the singles. Not an easy energy. Just not. I mean, you have to resolve something. You have to stand your ground, say what you think and all of that. But, you know, the moon, you're not sure how you feel with the moon energy, right? Those rules or emotions is always changing. And Libra is all about fairness, but it's also, it's a sign of indecision. And that could be the challenge for you. But we have the Eight of Pentacles as the final outcome. Focusing on responsibilities, focusing on doing what you need to do. But this is the thing, you want to make sure that, you know, again, having this energy of Venus and Libra in your third house, you don't want to come off as giving lip service just for the time, because you don't want to deal with the reality of the situation right now. And you're only going to be kicking yourself in the ass later for agreeing to do something or saying that you were going to do A, B, and C. Let's get some more energy here. Yeah, I mean, it's like, Leo, I feel like you're knowing, you have the emotional intelligence to recognize that something's not feeling right. Something's not feeling right. It's like that energy, it's time to move on. Sadness, but no regret. And really, by all right, you probably checked out of the situation in one degree or another already. But yet, there's something about it that you still have juice in your belly for it. You still have perseverance there, even though you're feeling uncomfortable, even though you're in the space of defending yourself. Oh, such confusion. We have the Knight of Swords energy, expect the unexpected. This is a very unpredictable energy, roller coaster energy, highs and lows, Sun of Truths popping out, underlying conflicts coming out. And this could be one of two things. This could be like, oh, thank God the truth is out. Or, oh my God, what do I do with that truth? Kind of thing. Now what do I do? So for some of you it could be a relief. For others of you it can be confusing. We have the Knight of Cups energy. Okay, wait, what? Okay. Oh. Leo, what's going on? All right, I'm getting two things here. So I'm going to go with the first one that hit me here. Expect the unexpected. Knight of Cups. This is somebody coming in and offering a proposal, and you guys sitting down and having this very sort of deep conversation, really deep, feelings being shared. It leads to a deepening of the relationship, but it's like this unexpected coming in of information. And we have the Emperor energy, and all of a sudden it's like talking about plans and you know, what are we going to do in the future, and you know, practical matters being addressed here, right? But then we have the Wheel. This is like a turning point, fate. This is a Magician in the Sun. This is something manifesting, but this is about change. So for some of you, this could be somebody coming back from the past, and you need to think about that last go around. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to... So you could be in a situation where somebody from the past comes back, and you're in this situation where it's like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? But, okay, because some of you might be seeing this person on the side. We got the Devil energy, which can indicate an imbalance that shackles the relationship from being healthy. So this could be anything from addiction. We could be addicted to people. So you might be dealing with that. But it could have to do with addiction, any sort of narcissistic tendencies, egocentric tendencies, anxiety or depression, unchecked, untreated. Anything, again, that could end up creating an imbalance in the situation. But then we have the Empress energy, Mother of the Tarot. So be careful. Like, there could be pregnancy happening here. I'm telling you right now, I'm getting so many. You guys have had the craziest readings from me lately, and I don't even know why. Very interesting. The Empress is the Mother of the Tarot. She's a Venus energy, so this is about growth and expansion as well. So this could be either pregnancy, having to do with mothering, having to do with children. So maybe getting back with an ex who you have a child with, staying with somebody or leaving somebody because of a pregnancy involved, right? It could be that. It could be this idea of growing in a situation, the opportunity to get married, to buy a house, to expand in one way or another, in another direction though. So that's how it's going to be for some of you. Some of you are in this energy with one person, and somebody, it seems like, reaches out to you, kind of wants to offer you a proposal, and you're really thinking about it and entertaining it on the side. Now, some of you may be doing that. Others of you may be doing this on the down low, right? Now, I'm not judging, but this Empress energy, like, I need more information on that. What is happening here? King of Swords, focusing on the mind instead of your heart. What makes more sense? What makes the most sense is a fresh path and a new perspective, to go away from what is not right now and try something new. But wait. Okay. So what I see here is, okay, stick with me for a second here. Somebody watching this right now, you're in a relationship, you might even be married, but you still have feelings for somebody else. That person shows up again out of nowhere. You might even be seeing them on the side. But then you're thinking about your foundation, and you're trying to be smart about it, and you're realizing, all right, if I take my marriage and my serious relationship and I just approach it from a different perspective, we can have this happiness, but at least I know I'm going to have stability, even if I'm dealing with somebody who's maybe a little greedy or maybe not very open to change, but at least I know there's a better element of security there. So that's going to be working for some of you. For others of you, there is this energy of still having fire in your belly for this relationship, things not being that great, but then out of nowhere, this shocking surprise comes where your partner makes this beautiful offer, right? And that beautiful offer ends up inciting a deeper element of communication within your connection. And the Emperor here is about really talking about the future. This Wheel of Fortune could be reconnecting with the innocent aspect of your relationship and talking about all of the imbalances in the relationship. Like, and again, this could have to do with maybe somebody cheated, maybe somebody's not working, maybe somebody's got some sort of addiction that they're dealing with, some sort of situation going on, like where they have a hard time regulating their personality and the way they react to things. Whatever it is that can create some sort of imbalance, that's being discussed so that you guys could grow in a different direction. And you guys are approaching it from a very realistic, a very mental, very Mercury energy. And I feel like this, right? Because quite honestly, you're very focused on what matters to you. With Mercury and Virgo in that second house, and then Venus and Libra in the third, you're focused on it. Changing the way you guys relate, trying a new approach in the relationship so that you guys will have everything that you need to have an open and loving relationship. But yeah, you're going to have to talk about the King of Pentacles, because while that's a very generous and hardworking energy, this is somebody who they're not really interested in looking to share a lot. This could be somebody who's a little funny about money, a little funny about changing, but that would need to be addressed. So in other words, like, you might feel underwhelmed in a more serious relationship that you're in, and because of that, that sense of lack is creating this desire to maybe seek something outside the relationship. Whereas at the end of the day, that needs to be revisited in the marriage or the serious relationship. And then you have to decide, like, one has to be eliminated or the other one has to be eliminated. But it seems like there's some sort of circle going on here. It does. So whether this energy is somebody else coming in, or whether this is another like circular kind of approach to the relationship, at the end of the day, Leo, if somebody is not willing to be very open and sharing with their finances or their sense of self, where they're going to show up in a way that will help you feel mutually supported in the relationship, you need to figure out how you feel about that. Okay. My goodness. Wow. Some reading here. And we're going into our complicated and looky, we're starting out with the Ten of Wands energy. All right. I'm going to start for you first. I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread for you. Ten of Wands. Yeah, so in the past, you were focused on like home, having a strong foundation, feeling really connected. But right now, you're feeling very overwhelmed. Now, you guys might be in this space, is those of you in a complicated situation, where the relationship is being ignored, or you guys are just simply not together because of other things going on. For others of you, this is just an energy of overwhelm regarding the relationship. You just can't do it anymore. It's like you just can't. And we have the Seven of Coins that's challenging you right now. Your patience has worn super thin. Super thin, and you're just not sure if you really want to put in the hard work and exercise the patience that's necessary to make this work at this point. Like at this point, you're just really not sure. We have the Knight of Coins as the basis of the foundation. So this is the thing. You might be dealing with somebody who's very loyal and dependable. And again, they have a lot to offer, but they might be either kind of boring for you, not your good friend, Leo, that matters to you, where you feel like they have you back no matter what. Maybe the romance really isn't happening for you. And you're just recognizing that you really don't have a lot in common going on. And why do I feel like you guys got this last time? Right? I mean, it kind of is that energy, right? That's the base of the energy. And then we have the King of Wands, which is you really wanting to be a free spirit. So it's like you're very sort of caught in between things. You want to express how it is that you feel. And you can't allow the idea of perfectionism to get in the way, because nobody's perfect here. You're not, they're not. So you want to ask yourself the deeper question. You know, you're trying to fit a circle in a square. I don't know. But there's, right, the advice here is giving each other some space right now. This like moving on, this detachment, allowing some space to do some internal work. It's a minor arcana. It doesn't mean that it's going to be over, but there's got to be a little bit of breathing room right now for sure. Now, the energy that you're dealing with, Leo, I feel like they have learned their lesson. That is what the world is. It's like, all right, I learned my lesson. I want to be happy now with you. I learned my lesson. I figured it out, whatever it is. But your block is, you know, truly, your block is kind of getting what you want. You know, because the Ace of Coins is this getting what you want, happiness and contentment, and things coming to you quickly, and you being shown how to achieve it, having to do with, it could be money, but right, this is relationship, more mental, physical, and emotional connection, and you're just not sure. You might be in this space where you're stuck between two energies, and it's like they both have lack, and you're just like, well, that one doesn't have this, and that one doesn't have that. Or you might be in the space where you're like, well, being alone doesn't seem great, but being in that doesn't seem so fabulous either. You know what I mean? It's very deep psychology energy. But in the near future, we have the Queen of Coins, which I like for you. I like this because this is about taking care of your body, your mind, your soul, your finances. The influence of this is marriage. This is fertility, a sensual sex life. This could even be for some of you, if money's been an issue, money coming to some of you who are coupled could have to do with that. But it's this energy of reliable, being supported, right? And then we have the Six of Coins, which is like, I have your back, you have mine, property, family, inheritance, maybe is a thing here. But being very supportive, right? Generous with each other. You know, if finances have been an issue, those things getting better there. But it does seem like Knight of Swords, expect the unexpected. Oh, hello. Expect the unexpected, and then the Empress. So, surprise, you know, careful. Oh, I'm saying this to all Leo energies. If you don't want to get pregnant, be careful. I mean, go for it if you want it. But the Knight of Swords, expect the unexpected, and then the Empress is the mother of the tarot. So you might have a surprise pregnancy, surprise let's get married, surprise let's go on a trip, let's buy a house, let's fill in the blank. But whatever it is, it's growing the relationship. We have the Ace of Swords, getting over past obstacles, getting what you want. Thoughts becoming things, focus on the marriage, expectations, conforming to what's necessary. Then we have the Nine of Swords. Like, wow. All right, so for some of you, it's like, be careful what you wish for. It's all kind of like shifting in your favor, which happens a lot. Listen, my friends, right? You get the new moon in your beautiful Leo energy in your first house of self, so don't be surprised. But then you're just going to be like, I don't know. Then you're going to be worried. You're going to have anxiety about something. You're not going to be responding well to the external stress of something. But meanwhile, it's something like the Ten of Cups. I mean, this is about family and contentment, the benefits of security. This is awesome for family, partnership, whatever it is that you've been trying to work out in this relationship, it happening. What have you been trying to manifest? This is like wishes manifesting, feeling so connected to your heart. But then we have the devil. And then we have the devil as clarified by the Ace of Cups. All right, so some of you may need to help somebody get past some sort of addiction, get past some sort of imbalance, some sort of issue going on with depression, anxiety, something like that. The devil could also mean facing the reality that if you are still entertaining another energy, just even in your energy, even if you're just chatting with somebody, they have to go. They have to go. And the Ace of Cups is strong love and support in an existing relationship. But the devil energy needs to be dealt with. Whatever you're feeling anxious about, that needs to go. What's going on with this person? What are you dealing with here? Nine of Wands, King of Swords. They still have fire in their belly for you. They're trying to be smart. They're having a hard time with it. They're trying to, very hard, they're trying to focus on their minds instead of their hearts, take charge of the circumstances. They're having a hard time though. They feel not ready for something here. There's something going on. There's some sort of weakness. There's some sort of sexual problem going on. It's like they can't get out of their own way. We have the Knight of Wands. That's the basis. We have the Knight of Swords in the recent past. Okay. The Knight of Swords, not a comfortable energy for sure, right? I mean, that's the unexpected, unpredictable roller coaster energy. Somebody that creates a lot of drama, doesn't take any responsibility for the reconciliation of the situation. Just doesn't want to take any responsibility. It's like sudden things coming out. It's like messy. Messy. But they still have fire in their belly for it. It's like there's drama here, but they still want it. But with that King of Swords is their challenge. I'm not liking that, right? Because it's like they still want it, but why? Because they don't feel ready for something that you guys are talking about. So we have the base of the situation is the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Wheel as the crowning. So the Knight of Wands is, again, feeling very fired up. Events speeding up, blocks being lifted, decisions coming in, right? Decisions have to be made right now. That's why it's showing up as the basis. And we have the Wheel, though. And the Wheel is about a turning point and fate and something that needs to change, right? And now this could indicate somebody from the past showing up for them. This could be you, if you guys haven't been together for a while. But there needs to be this addressing here of how were things the last time around. And what's the motivation behind actually trying to work out the relationship as well? The advice for them is the Nine of Pentacles. They need to do some really good work on themselves before they could be healthy for you. And that's the Nine of Pentacles. You're the King of Cups. You're all about, you're willing to, settle some sort of conflict, either within yourself or with them. But you just might not be totally clear on how to do it. You just might not be clear. You're just not sure. That's you. Now for them, their block is the Eight of Wands. So the challenge here is like the frustration and delay, and there being like a delay in them calling you, or delay in trying to work something out, or trying to kick a bucket down the road, giving you lip service about the marriage or moving in together, or getting the house or getting pregnant or whatever it is. It's like kick, 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 because they don't feel ready for it. And we have in the near future, you calling them out on it. We get the Justice energy, which is Libra. Again, Venus in Libra from August 16th until September 10th. You guys are going to be talking about fairness. Yeah, balance, fairness. Very important to look at right now. So they might be feeling like something's not fair in this relationship, where maybe they're carrying more of the load, or there's something that's unfair going on here. Whatever it is, the truth comes out in order to attain balance and fairness, in order to figure out a win-win situation. But this is where the temperature of everybody's emotional needs are going to be met. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So for them, they really do believe that if fairness can be had, you guys could be happy together. So in their mind, they're very much viewing, all right, there are a couple of things going on here. First of all, this person needs to be a little more honest when they look at themselves. That's number one. But number two, they might have a point, only you're going to know, are things equitable? Is everybody showing up in a very fair and balanced way in the connection? That's got to be looked at. Because in their mind, if only things felt fair to them, everything would be fine. But it's that very energy that they're struggling with. It does seem like. Very interesting. Doesn't mean it's true. It's a subjective read. It's just what I'm picking up from their energy. Let's pull some cards for those of you who are in separation within this, because some of you definitely are with the wheel. And let's see what's going on here. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I think I'm laughing with you, Leo. You couldn't handle... They couldn't handle your words when you were upset with them, because it was too painful. I'm sorry, cross watchers. That's like, okay. Let me pull all the cards. This way we could pull together, right? I'm doing my homemade oracles now. Let's see what we have. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Somebody is very, very sort of vulnerable in this energy for sure. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with them. I'm not going to laugh this time. When you were upset with me, it was too painful. Let's be kind. And we have wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love. Like this person really loves you. You've been in my dreams, at least as well as they can. I fantasize about getting a second chance with you. Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, right? Acting in solidarity, trying to come together. Being apart has been life-changing for me. So if you guys are to get apart, maybe they've been going to therapy, maybe they've started some medication if they need that, maybe they're taking some maca and ashwagandha to feel better naturally. Definitely recommend those for people who are, struggling with getting out of their own way. I want to hold you again. I need to feel your body next to mine. And we have date, meeting somebody new, dating and getting back out there. I wear a mask in this relationship because I don't think you will like the real me. All right, this is somebody who wants something, but they are not above sabotaging it. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. All right, well, that would be a symptom of getting lost. Saying they love you and they want to get back, but then going on a date with somebody else, and then probably turning it around and blaming you. Okay, anyway, I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. And then we have the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder, the other woman, the other man. I never told you the full truth about my childhood. It wasn't good, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Oh boy, there were a lot of layers that are going on here for sure. Wow, okay. Yeah. This row here, these three are beautiful. This row here, I want to hold you again, feel your body next to mine, but then we have date, then this admittance of wearing a mask because they're too shy, or they have unhealed shame working in there. And then we have this energy of excess. This is like chaotic energy, sexual excess, impulsivity. But then here we have the beautiful, after you've been in my dreams, wedding rings, 2 of Cups. This is a beautiful conversation, right? Coming together, especially if things have been difficult, harmony returning, really wanting that. Magician is all about communication and problem solving. It's the Magician energy is Mercury, really wanting to solve problems. And then here, I never told you the full truth about my childhood, wasn't good. The Emperor, I mean, maybe there were issues with their mother, for sure, that ends up inflecting what's going on in the relationship. But it can also indicate still feeling lost, still wanting to grow with you. But there is the Snake energy as well. It's a lot of feeling the need to self-protect. Well, I'm being straight, Leo. I feel like this person can't get out of their own way. They can't get out of their own way, and they can't see their own truth. So, you know, that's what I'm seeing right now that you're going to be dealing with this month. And again, depending on where you're at, right, with this energy, just make sure that you're not agreeing to something that your soul's not comfortable with. Because remember, balance plus fair plus love equals growth. You can't skip those things, not this month. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. You guys take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.